A high-ranking Maryland lawmaker is taking heat for his role as a senior executive at a Baltimore-based energy company after his vote on a new energy policy in Annapolis. Gary Collins from Spotlight on Maryland looks into another lawmaker's questions about a conflict of interest.
With less than 15 minutes left in the last legislative session, a vote by Senate President Bill Ferguson has some talking about whether he's serving your interest or those of his employer. A vote that happened in the blink of an eye.
Clerk, read the next bill.
House Bill 1036, Delegate Wilson, Public Utilities Generation Stations, Generation City.
On a bill to make it easier for solar power companies.
Final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
To build new solar panel farms in the state past its last legislative hurdle in the Senate, with just minutes remaining before the legislature adjourned until next year.
Have received a constitutional majority, is declared passed.
A bill that Senate President Bill Ferguson, who became the senior vice president and legal counsel of solar company CI Renew, voted to pass.
There's a solar grift.
Across the hall in the House, Delegate Mark Fisher says concerns that President Ferguson did not recuse himself are amplifying.
Has everyone recorded their vote?
The Senate president has a unique conflict of interest. He works for a very, very large utility scale solar developer. These are the companies that put solar panels and cover up farms with massive amounts of solar panels.
Delegate Fisher pointed Spotlight on Maryland as CI Renew's website, which lists Senate President Ferguson as a member of its team, saying Ferguson's career reflects a consistent, thorough line. Use every available tool, law, policy, and leadership to accelerate solutions that work for real people.
And he negotiates the power purchase agreements, which means he negotiates the agreements between the farmers and the company that installs the panels and the power companies. And so there is a direct conflict of interest.
Senate President Bill Ferguson did file this with the State Ethics Commission, a disclaimer saying that despite a presumed or apparent conflict, he would be able to participate in legislative action related to solar energy in the public's interest. We emailed the State Ethics Council asking whether or not Senate President Bill Ferguson was authorized to vote on matters potentially related to his employer. The committee's lead advisor responded that state law requires ethic matters to be confidential and could not answer our questions.
Why the Senate president has allowed this to happen and puts through the solar bill, which gives preference to solar panels over nuclear power or electric generation, or solar panels over ratepayers and their electricity bills, well, that's for him to explain.
Our team requested an on-camera interview with Senate President Bill Ferguson as well as CI Renewables. We're still waiting to schedule that interview. In the meantime, we're going to continue to press for answers. I'm Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland.
Spotlight on Maryland sent multiple questions to the Senate president surrounding his involvement with CI Renewables. Ferguson says he has enjoyed working at CI Renewables since May 2024, and his primary responsibilities involve the review of corporate and legal documents. Ferguson went on to say he regularly communicates with the General Assembly's Ethics Council to ensure compliance, as he has done with all non-legislative employment throughout his time in office.